Okay, the next step on this doodad is to make that hole in the handle of the top here. So to do that, we're going to be using this bit here. That bit is called a Forstner bit. I don't know why it's called a Forstner bit, but I'm sure someone does. Anyway, so that one's going to go into the drill press. Let me get you going here. Into this doohickey here, which is called a 3-jawed chuck, which we talked about in the drill press video. So we're going to install that in the 3-jawed chuck. Use our chuck key, lock it down, make sure. I like to do it 2 spots there. Okay, so that's all nice and tight in there. Now we're going to drill through, and that little point on the Forstner bit here is going to line up with that little dot that we made there. Right there. So we want that little point in the center of the Forstner bit to line up there. And if I was to try to hold it like this, there's a chance that the bit would grab. So if we were to push down and not have this board attached to the drill press, there's a chance that this thing could spin around a little bit. So it's a good practice to put a clamp to hold the piece of wood that you're drilling onto the drill press. So let me show you what that looks like. So if you have a friend helping you out, it could help. I'm just going to line up that line like we were talking about. Get a little pressure down so the thing doesn't move. And then with a clamp and my arm in the way, we're going to tighten that up. Okay. All right, got there. Okay, so now we're ready to drill our hole with our drill press set at around 1,000 RPMs. Right here, it's a little fast. So I'm gonna slow it down by turning this wheel. Give or take. All right. We'll go ahead and drill this hole, and then we'll talk about chip out. So you wanna do a little peck drilling here. Clear your chips, clear your chips, clear your chips, clear your chips, clear your chips. So right there, I'm about all the way through. So I want to be careful at this point and go very easy on the pressure. Otherwise, I'm going to get a bunch of chip out. The other thing you can do is flip your board over. And you can see how that little hole right there is where the Forstner bit was. If I flip my board over and line up my bit again into that little hole, and I got pretty lucky here, I can just kind of pop it out. A little thin chip there, or I could just drill it out. But you see how we don't have any tear out there. I'm going to show you what tear out looks like now. Okay, so I got this hole in this table here so I can show you what tear out looks like. There's no supporting material on the back side of that cut. So what I'll do is I'll drill a hole through here, and with no support on the back side of that cut, there's the grain of that wood is just going to rip out. So let me show you what that looks like. So hopefully you don't do it. Again, this is what not to do. All right, almost through. There you go. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but it made a cracking noise. And that cracking noise is this right here. See how that is a jagged edge right here? And it kind of tore out some of that wood right here too. Right there. So you want to avoid that. That's why I stopped, flipped it over, and went to the other side. Or if you don't want to do that, you can get a different piece of wood. Something like this. Find a clean spot and clamp it down. And as you make that cut, the new piece of wood will support the grain on the back side of that cut. So that's how to drill the hole.